And our guest this morning, we can say he is the Mayor of Goderich, Trevor Bazinet. Good morning, Trevor. Thank you for joining us here at Stephen Mary's on the Square.
Good morning. Thanks for having me. I'm looking forward to this, and you couldn't ask for a better location. Some of the best food in town. You got to give a promotion while I'm here, right? If you've never had breakfast at Stephen Mary's, I highly recommend you come here and have some breakfast here. You won't be disappointed.
Oh, well, we're going to be having some this morning. We're very excited about it, too.
100%. My stomach is already grumbling. It's like, what do you mean? What's the delay? What's the delay?
Exactly, yeah.
Trevor, I guess first we should talk about the fact that you're now the mayor here, and we all know the news and what happened with Myles. You yourself, you gave a beautiful tribute, just steps from where we are right now on Sunday night at the long table dinner, and you said that Myles was a great person to you because he was a teacher, a coach, and a mentor, literally all three to you.
Yes, he was, and it's difficult because throughout this process, when he told me about his health, the thing about Myles is he was a teacher, right? And he wanted to guide me along the way. We've been on council together for 9 years. So not only have I lost a mentor, but I've lost a great friend. And we worked well together. And, I was appointed mayor last night at our council meeting, and there was a lot of emotions. It was sad and happy, and I wasn't sure how to react to it. But I kept saying to myself, this is what Myles would want. Myles would want me to step in this position. And I just have to continue to say that to myself. I have so much respect for the Murdoch family. They've been very supportive of me throughout this. They understand the process. And that means a lot to me because it's not an easy thing to go through.
Now, I want to bring up, because one fact I found out from Myles obituary was he was a basketball high school coach for 45 years.
Yes.
Can you speak to that and kind of how he's mentored athletes as well as in the political arena?
Well, it's unreal how much of an impact he has had on so many people in this community. And a lot of that has to do because he was a teacher and a coach. And, he coached me in basketball. He's a coach that you would never forget because he was... let's put it this way. I read a comment on Facebook, and I thought they hit it out of the park with it. It was, he didn't need a whistle to get a player's attention because you could hear him with his voice alone, right? And he was all about his systems. He wasn't, if he had to be hard on you, he would, but he was hard on you for a reason because he wanted to make you better. And the thing about coaching, and I've coached over 20 years myself, and I got into coaching because of Myles. And the thing that the thing that you want to do as a coach is, it's great to win. Don't get me wrong. It's one of the best feelings to win when you win a championship. But you want to make an impact on your players' lives, and you want to teach them those life skills that they need down the road, right? We're teaching young kids, young adults here, and the thing is, you get to watch them grow after you coach them, and there's nothing better than getting a compliment from a parent or from a player themselves on how much you've impacted their life, and Myles has definitely done that with hundreds of kids.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
I imagine that obviously Myles being so well connected to the community and then becoming a community leader probably had visions and plans, initiatives, things that he wanted to get started, and I'm sure he shared that with you and fellow council. Are there things that you've discussed with the other council members of, like, you know what, we've got to see this through because this is something that Myles wanted to get done?
Yeah. So one is our downtown. We got some aging infrastructure, over 100 years old, but you don't see it. It's under the pavement, but I'm sure it doesn't look too great. So unfortunately, we got the tall task, but this council has decided we're going to be the council to get it done. So we're going to start digging in 2025. We're through the planning state. We're going through the planning phase of it right now of getting things together, talking to urban designers, our engineers, and all that. We have a task force in place. We've had a couple meetings, a lot of brilliant minds putting some ideas together. And so we're going to take 2023, the rest of this year, and 2024 to do the planning, receive public input. We'll have public meetings for people to provide their input on what they would like to see maybe added to their downtown or maybe not having the downtown anymore. So we're going to take time to plan it. We're going to do it properly. The unfortunate part is our downtown has all our businesses. and this is their livelihood. And you know, it's going to be a 2-year construction process. So it's not easy. It's not going to be an easy thing. We have to be top notch on our communication with our business owners. That's the most important thing moving forward. We have to come up with ideas on how they can continue to operate their business. Maybe some businesses will have to move to a different location and for intern purposes, but we will have those conversations with the businesses to make sure they're still able to operate. I always said I don't want to be on council when we do this, but I'm on council when we're doing this, right?
You have pretty much the lead role.
Yeah, it's the lead role, and you know, I want to make sure that we do it properly, and when it's done for our bicentennial, that's the goal. 2027 is we're opening up a beautiful downtown, and our businesses will thrive for many years afterwards.
Well, certainly some lessons have been learned in downtown Kincardine, where we've got the Big Dig project happening now, and I'm sure those business owners would be happy to share tips on how they've managed to survive so far as that project continues. Roland, I know that you've got another question you wanted to ask. Yeah,
the news recently came out that the town of Goderich was managing the facility of the Maitland Rec Complex and some of the parks and facilities around the town.
Correct.
Tell me, what was the thought behind that? And I've heard it was basically listening to the public.
Yeah, so we asked for public input during our strategic planning session. We also hired a consultant in our last term of council to discuss with the user groups and the public of what they wanted to see our recreation model. Do we want to continue the way it is, or do you want to see something changed? And over 50% of the public said they would like the town of Goderich to take a more of an ownership role of the facility. So we've listened to that. There's been some struggles over the years with keeping employees in that facility. They tend to get trained, get their certifications, and then move on to a municipality that looks after their own recreation and pays them a little more money, right? So that's been a struggle. So job retention is key. We want to keep employees once we train them. So, you know, people have concerns, well, how much more is this going to cost us? At the end of the day, it's costing us a lot now. Right? We're hoping to minimize the cost by doing what we're doing, by taking it over and being able to keep the employees that we have hired in the facility to do their job instead of losing them all the time.
But then the great thing for people that love the YMCA programs is they will continue.
They will. So what the town of Goderich is going to do, we're going to take over the ice facility portion of it. You're almost putting a line right down the middle of the facility when you walk in. So the left side will be ours when you walk in, and the right side is going to continue to be the Y. So the Y is going to offer the great programming that they offer now, and they'll probably be able to increase on their programming because they're going to have more time to implement things. I've already seen a couple new things that they're going to do in the gymnasium for youth, which is absolutely fantastic. They're going to have the wellness center upstairs, the pool, and the gymnasium. Like I said, the town's going to take over the ice facility. They're going to take over Bannister Park, which is our baseball diamonds and soccer field, and all the parks like the pickleball courts and the tennis courts. And I've been wanting this to happen for 9 years. I've been on council for 9 years. So it feels like there's just another box that we can check off that something's been achieved. And this is going to be exciting for the town.
A lot of work, obviously, ahead, but we've got a new mayor here in Goderich, Trevor Bazinet. We don't want to take up too much more of your time this morning, but is there anything else that we should know about the town of Goderich? Anything from council? Any messages?
Well, we have a big festival coming up. It's a brand new festival. It's the Salt and Harvest Festival, September 15th and 16th, which is a Friday and Saturday. I almost got the dates mixed up because I'm so excited that we're going to have Taz and Jim from FM 96 here as well. So they're going to be airing their morning show at the Maitland Recreation Center on the 15th. But there's a lot of events going on. And the town of Goderich, I just want to say this. The ratepayers some of them don't realize how lucky we really are here. The fact that we have so many amazing employees that work at Town Hall, so many amazing employees that work at the Tourist Center as well, that create events like this, that give people something to do. And a lot of these events don't cost a lot of money to attend, and it's a great way to promote our town. We have the world's largest salt mine. why would we never have a salt festival, right? It just makes sense. So there's a lot of events going on. So for people that are looking for events, they can visit the Goderich Tourism Facebook page or go on the Town of Goderich website as well.
And we are going to learn more about the Salt and Harvest Festival this morning as well. We'll have some special guests coming by. David McKechnie from the BIA is going to be here this morning too. So we're getting all of Goderich in this morning here at Steve and Mary's on the Square.
Awesome. I appreciate it. I appreciate both you gentlemen taking the time. Like I said, these aren't the circumstances that I wanted to become mayor, but I've had those conversations with Mayor Murdoch, and this is what he wanted. So I have a little peace with that knowing that this is what he wanted moving forward if something was to happen. So I'm grateful for his support. His memories will last with me for the rest of my time as well. And everywhere I go, I'm going to talk about him because he deserves that.
Hey, Myles Murdoch was a special guy, but hey, his student was a special guy too, and now he's running the place.
Yeah,
so
thank you.
It was great to chat with you, Trevor Bazinet, Mayor of Goderich. Thank you so much this morning.
Thanks again.